Hello everybody. Today we are going to look into surveys in SuiteCRM, how you can create them and what kind of features you've got there. And towards the end of this video, I'll show you a small hack on how you can add the contact ID or the contact to the survey as well. Okay, so let's go. There are quite a few use cases where you might want to use surveys in order to get some information from your customers about what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So I could think about something like trade show. Maybe you solved a bug or an issue for a customer, or you released a new software upgrade and therefore the customer should just try to spend a quick minute and give you some feedback via a survey. Surveys are one module per default already inside your CRM system. If you go to here more and then to the very bottom, there you can see the surveys. Per default, there is no survey created yet, so therefore they were going to do this now. So create a survey. And then let's just call it either trade show, test, or whatever fits your business case. And first we're going to leave it in draft because we're still thinking about it. And what are we thinking about? The questions, of course. So here we can add now questions to the survey, and we would say maybe net promoter score, and we would say, do you recommend us to your friends or whatever? And here we want to have the scale from 1 through 10 usually. Or maybe, how did you like it on the fair? And then you would have a text for the question itself, and then you would set this one here. And you can see you can add a couple of questions as you see fit. I think they're all pretty self-explanatory. Text box, checkbox, very similar to the studio as well. One special thing is the matrix here, and the matrix is using those things here. Oh, sorry. So satisfied to dissatisfied text. And you can even customize this one here. But let's not use it for now. Let's be fine with those two things and click on save. So now the survey, how does it work? It doesn't become clear from just looking at this one here. Yes, this is because you're still in a draft mode. So you're still discussing, should we really add this question or do we have something else to ask for or something? And once you're ready, you can go and edit this survey again and switch it from draft to public. It saves the survey and you will receive a link to the survey. So in this link now, basically you've got like 3 options of how to send out this link. First option is manually. Now you can use this one and send it via your newsletter software or something. Then, of course, you can connect it with campaigns. We're going to do this in another video. And it will be possible to do it with workflows as well. So you can just access this specific survey and have a standard workflow after one specific touch point on your customer journey. I've opened this one here. So here now we see the survey itself. And of course, you can change the logo if you want to. You see here the startings of a net promoter score. I was quite happy, so I would recommend this company, this interaction or whatever to my friends as well. And how happy have you been with the trade fair? I've been fairly happy with it as well. Then I click on submit. And thanks for completing this survey very well. And now let's go back to the survey itself. And as you can see, here's a related panel. So far it's empty. And now I'm going to refresh it after I submitted this survey. And you see, here's a survey response now. And if I click on this, it's opening up all the details. So here we've got the question NPS. It's a 9 of a 10. And then like, that's not visible because here we just have like a 4 out of 5 or something. So that's just not visible. What can we do with it? We can move this around a little bit to another survey, to a campaign, to an account or contact, but we cannot edit the responses. And that kind of makes sense because you don't want to fake them or change them afterwards. So therefore, that seems to be all good as it's supposed to be. But what else can we do here? Let's look into the survey reports. So here we've got our trade show, and we've got new questions, survey sent, distinct survey sent. This is about like a summary. Then we've got the net promoter score basically. Here we've got 9, and here we've got see, it's like a visualization of it again, so it can be shown as a diagram. And then the like was indeed 5 stars, and you've got both again here the table view and then the visualization bar chart. Okay, very well. So now let's imagine your trade show, or the time to give you feedback to the trade show will be over, and you don't want to receive any new updates anymore. Then you would set it to closed, click on save, and then if somebody tries to update this one here or tries to reload this one here, and then it will just say the survey is closed. Okay, fairly well. This is working as it's supposed to be. So in a draft, we can't see the questions yet. Inside, want to demonstrate this one as well. Inside the status of public, we cannot change the questions anymore. So even if we are now here and we want to edit anything and add another question, it's not be possible. So you can't skew the results because you're changing something in the question itself. And then once again, I switch it to public, so therefore it's possible to use it again and fill it in. But we've seen one issue. So if I go back to the responses here, unknown contact. So how to avoid this? There are a couple of options. One is to go through campaigns, and in the campaigns you will have like a survey, a tracker where it matches directly to who has been sent this email and who is filling in the survey here. And if you want to do this on an ad hoc basis, then you would need to add a contact ID to the URL itself. So here, this is our URL, and we've copied this over to here. And then after you've done this, you would need to add another parameter, and the parameter is called contact, and the variable will be, and we can now get this from the contacts module. And then I would go ahead and take maybe this one here, and take this ID, which is in the URL here, and I'll add this now after adding the parameter or the variable, the get variable for this contact ID. And now I have to reload it basically. So now the get parameter here is in the environment visible, and now this contact didn't have a very good experience. So I click on submit, and I'm only halfway happy. And then I'm going back to the surveys again, and I will check whether in the trade show we've got another response. And as you can see, this response here is connected to the contact indeed. So if I click on the response, I can see 5 of 10. Oh, not very happy. And I can see right away contact and account has been filled out for me. So just by adding this contact ID, the system underneath already knows, okay, this contact belongs to this company, and we've got a nice overview now. So who has not been happy with our trade show? And then maybe we can follow up, why exactly, what was the problem, or can I help in any way? So, and then we've got another feature, which is basically inside the surveys as well. So here you can go to the show survey responses. You can get this directly from here as well, not only from the survey. So therefore, it's kind of a list view on the survey responses out of the survey itself. Okay, just to quickly recap, we have created a survey, we filled out the response for the survey, and we've checked out how the responses look like here in this diagram in the results. And additionally, we have seen how you can ad hoc create a survey and add a contact into the responses by using the contact ID. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye.